Well, we finally have come towards the end of this course. Thank you for bearing with me and putting up with all the course knowledge that we have shared today. If this was an interactive session, I'm sure we could have spoken a lot more with a lot more interactions, a lot more discussions in place. But now that you are only looking at my video, I would definitely help you with some bonus tips. And I'll have two bonus tips to improve your communication skills. Now, these, as I mentioned earlier, these bonus tips are for you to realize, and you really need to get into the depth of it, okay? For you to realize who you are. And the second thing is, how do you quickly start up a conversation anywhere, okay? Just to do a few things, we'll talk about some brief of it, and I will move ahead with this, and let me see. Okay. All right, I hope you can see my screen, and that's the first bonus tip, self-introduction. Yes, the 5 questions, my friend, very, very important questions when you really try to introspect about who you are, right? These are not only questions which are asked to you during an interview. In fact, the questions are asked in an interview only to know how much you know yourself. If you do not know much about yourself, how will you expect others to know about you? So take a paper and a pen, like I had mentioned earlier, write down these 5 questions and try to answer it yourself without taking anybody's help. Okay, who am I? Who are you really? Is it the person that your father has defined you to be? Are you the person who your mother talks about? Are you the person who your friends talk about or your partner talks about? Or are you someone else altogether? No one has understood you. Find it for yourself, right? Who are you? What do you do? I understand you could be working somewhere, you could be studying somewhere, but what is it exactly that you do? Are you, I mean, what is your motive? What will happen with what you do today? Try finding that out. What do you like? What do you really like? I know you may like to be with friends, with family, but if you were alone in this world, what would you want to do? Yeah. Where am I now? Where are you now? Isn't what is your current situation, your present situation? Are you happy? Are you settled? Are you a professional, a businessman? Have you started a startup? Financial problems? No, you're all fine. Good. Family issues? What is it? What is the present situation of your life? And the fifth and the most important question, which you need to ask yourself, where do you want to be? You may just, say that you want to be a manager someday, a CEO someday, but what next? You want to be a CEO, you can be the CEO, but what after that? What is it that you really want from life? When you have answered all these 5 questions, it will be easier for you to explain yourself to someone else. When someone asks you a question in an interview, tell me something about yourself, you will be able to define yourself way better than you do today. Right? So ask these 5 questions to yourself. Who are you? Rather, who am I? What do I do? What do I like? Where am I now? And where do I want to be? It doesn't really always matter where you are today. It really matters. And all the tension that we all have is all for where we want to be in the future. Today, if you have taken this course, it is only because you want an improved communication, because there is something you want to be in your future. And that is about self-introduction. It's not only the questions asked during an interview, it's about self introspection about self-introduction. Think about it. There's a deep thought towards it. And the second bonus that I have for you is coming up next in a minute.